Hey, good morning, late morning, early afternoon to everybody in Minot, North Dakota, and actually to people that are watching from out of state. This may eventually apply to you as well. I'm coming to you on this beautiful fall day in the other park in Minot, Roosevelt Park, where, I talked last week about Oak Park and my memories of running in Oak Park. Now the memories have shifted to watching my daughters run cross country in this beautiful park. And I'm here by the statue of Teddy Roosevelt. And actually, we've got somebody cleaning up the leaves on behalf of the Park District. So I'm going to try to come live here where the sun doesn't really drown me out and try to get you some information regarding the measure that's on the ballot this November to amend your Constitution here in North Dakota to limit your legislature to 2 terms and to limit the governor to 2 terms. Again, this is a constitutional amendment for North Dakota, not Congress. So I promised earlier in the week that I was going to do a little bit of research, and I've got information that I think is important for people to consider as we're voting on this constitutional amendment. This effort started in 2021 in North Dakota, and it's being almost exclusively funded out of state. I'm going to get to the little caveat in a bit. A group called U.S. Term Limits that wants to term limit Congress, and the way to do that would be what's called an Article 5 Convention of the States, where 34 states have the exact language in their century code to call for a Article 5 convention for a specific purpose to term limit Congress. This has nothing to do with Congress. This is the state. However, based on the reporting that I've seen as of October 14th to the North Dakota Secretary of State, U.S. Term Limits has contributed over $816,000 to this effort. But I can't say this effort in North Dakota. It's just the North Dakota ballot. Because of that $816,000 that has been contributed by U.S. Term Limits, which I can't tell is out of either Florida, Michigan, or Washington, D.C., because they're reporting 3 different locations. But of the $816,000 that's been reported publicly, $742,000 of that out-of-state money is going to out-of-state interest groups to pass this measure. So 91% of the money that's funded to the campaign is being paid to out-of-state groups. $73,000 and change have been paid into entities or individuals into North Dakota, mostly towards the North Dakota Term Limits group and to some people to collect signatures. So 91% of the funding, the out-of-state funding, is going to out-of-state groups, and 9% is going into North Dakota. This one's shocking. Out of the $816,000 plus that's been reported, one contributor from North Dakota, one contributor gave $500 to this effort. 0.06% of the money raised so far that's been reported has been raised in North Dakota by one person. $500. 0.06% of the money raised for this effort has been raised by grassroots North Dakotans. One person. So where's the money going? There's a group called Advanced Micro Targeting out of Texas that, from what I can tell, was involved in the signature gathering. So the Florida, Michigan, D.C. group has paid a Texas group to gather signatures. We've paid an attorney. They've paid an attorney out of Missouri to argue this before the North Dakota court, and they've paid a marketing group out of Missouri to do the marketing and the advertising. Now, here's the crazy thing. We have marketing groups in North Dakota. We have attorney groups in North Dakota. We have advocacy groups that could go out and do polling and signature gathering in North Dakota. That's not what's happening. All of this, almost all but $500, all of this money that's coming from an out-of-state interest group to amend our Constitution is going to out-of-state groups and entities to try to get this passed. So the money raised and the money spent is by people and for people that aren't going to be bound by this constitutional amendment. They don't live here. $500 out of the $816,000 so far reported, according to the Secretary of State's website, came from North Dakota. Now, the signature gathering group has to be qualified electors. You have to live in North Dakota to participate in that. But the money is coming in and going out. It's not even in North Dakota. It's crazy. I am going to post, when I get back to the office, the link to the Secretary of State's website so you can see what I'm talking about. What you would need to do is go to the 2022 and the 2021 reporting periods and click on independent expenditures and then find the U.S. term limits and you'll see the report. So unless there's something not being reported, over $800,000 towards this effort in North Dakota, $500 so far raised by one person in our state. Just hope everybody's got all the information. If this is what you want, and you have all the information and the light is shed on this effort, vote yes. There's a lot of reasons I've posted to consider a no vote. And I guess if this is what we want in North Dakota, we're going to continue to see special interests from out of state fully funding campaigns in the name of a grassroots effort when it's not that at all in our state. And this will happen again because from my research, I've seen 3 other constitutional amendment efforts in North Dakota in recent years funded by one of these same organizations out of Texas. Know the information as you go to vote. I hope this helps. Have a great day, everybody. Get out, enjoy this nice weather.